Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the company you trusted, the pension you built, the savings you worked your entire life for, was all a lie. Here's the paradox. The biggest corporate frauds in history didn't happen because systems failed. They happened because the systems worked exactly the way a fraudster needs them to. Today I'm going to show you the secret playbook that almost every major corporate fraudster follows. Once you see it, you'll never look at a successful company the same way again. Corporate fraud isn't rare. It's recurring, almost predictable. From Enron's $74 billion collapse, to Wirecard's missing 1.9 billion euros, to Satyam's infamous India's Enron scandal, fraud has cost the world more money than most natural disasters combined. Why? Because corporate fraud isn't committed by villains in dark basements. It's committed by visionaries, storytellers, business geniuses with cult followings. And the crazy part? Most of these frauds start small, tiny accounting tweaks, until one day the lie becomes bigger than the business itself. Every fraud starts with a story, not numbers, not profits. A story. The fraudster sells a dream so big, so seductive, that investors suspend disbelief. Enron sold the dream of an energy supermarket. Theranos sold the dream of blood testing in one drop. Wirecard sold the dream of Europe's PayPal. Fraudsters know if the dream is beautiful enough, nobody asks for receipts. Once the dream is alive, they need proof. So they create it. This is where classic tricks appear. Fake revenue recognition, channel stuffing, mark-to-myth accounting, round-tripping money, internal loans disguised as profit. Think of it like painting a house from the outside, while the inside is collapsing. When analysts start asking questions, fraudsters don't fix the business. They attack the questions. This often includes suing whistleblowers, paying off auditors, threatening journalists, over-engineering complex financial statements. Complexity is a weapon. If you confuse the world long enough, you get away with anything. The final step of the playbook: raise more cash to plug the old holes. New investors pay old investors. New loans pay old loans. New promises hide old lies. It's not a Ponzi scheme until you look closely. There's always a moment, an email, a whistleblower, an audit, a journalist, when the entire illusion cracks. Enron, an internal memo reveals accounting so creative, even the accountants didn't understand it. Wirecard, a journalist calls a bank in the Philippines and asks, "Hey, can you confirm the 1.9 billion euros in your accounts?" The bank replies, "We've never heard of Wirecard." Satyam, the CEO, admits, "It was like riding a tiger, not knowing how to get off without being eaten." When the truth leaks, fraud doesn't collapse slowly, it implodes. Executives flee, auditors panic, employees lose jobs, investors lose everything. The dream dies, reality takes over. The economic ripple. Fraud isn't just about one company. It breaks trust across entire industries. After Enron, regulation shifted. After Madoff, hedge funds faced scrutiny. After Wirecard, Germany's financial oversight was questioned globally. After Satyam, India overhauled corporate governance laws. The human cost. Pensions disappear. Savings evaporate. Employees are left jobless. Small investors take the damage nobody covers. Behind every billion-dollar fraud is a million-dollar heartbreak. The repeat problem. And here's the unsettling truth. Fraud doesn't end. It only evolves. New frauds hide behind new technologies. Crypto exchanges, AI companies, carbon credit manipulators, shell companies, unicorn startups burning billions with nothing to show. Technology changes. Human greed doesn't. Why fraud thrives today? When money is cheap and valuations go to the moon, Fraud thrives in the shadows. The louder the hype, the easier it is to hide the truth. The modern relevance, right now, today, there are companies using the exact same playbook, selling a dream, faking the numbers, silencing critics, raising money to cover the last lie. And history tells us one of them is about to explode. So what do we learn from a century of corporate frauds? That fraud isn't a glitch in capitalism. It's a recurring feature, made possible by the same ingredients every time: ambition, greed, storytelling, and the belief that the truth can be delayed just a little longer. But the truth always arrives. Always. So tell me, do you think there's a company right now using this same playbook? Drop your guess in the comments. Do subscribe to the channel